Good morning. Um, on behalf of Native Child and Family Services of Toronto, welcome to Wisdom Wednesday. My name is Alita Sauve. I'm a Tahltan grandmother on my mom's side and a Nehio grandmother on my father's side. My mom comes from Telegraph Creek, BC, and my dad comes from Red Pheasant in Treaty 6 area, Saskatchewan. I am part of the Crow clan through my mother, and I'm very grateful to spend some time with you again this morning. Wishing a beautiful Wednesday morning to all of those who are tuned into the live stream um, during this moment, and those that will undoubtedly come and check us out a little bit later. I'm very grateful this morning to share with you some words of gratitude before I begin to share with you a little bit about bundles. And we'll get into that a little bit later. For the meantime, I want to say Chachalona Hotia, Adigadenitia, Zimitikalma Ushe, Saskia Ushe, Nehio Ushe. Good morning to you, great power up above, great mystery. Is that little bird come to talk to you again from the Tahltan Nehio Nation Crow Clan, giving our gratitude this morning for the grandfather sun who is shining upon us and warming this earth. And we're grateful for the fire of life that burns inside of our mother's body and also the fire of life that burns in us. We're grateful for that this morning, great mystery. We are also grateful this morning to the grandmother moon who watched over us through the nighttime. And we thank her for governing all the waters of the earth, especially the birth waters of all living beings. And we express our gratitude this morning for all those that are being born in this moment in time, no matter what species they might belong to. And we also want to give our deepest of gratitude to our Mother, the Earth, for all the ways in which you sustain us, for all of the ways in which you nurture and nourish us each and every single day. We're grateful to you. We're grateful to you for upholding and sustaining all of life here upon this Mother Earth, all of our relations. And we send our greetings and gratitude to all those ones that crawl on the earth and under the earth, and the ones that live in the waters, and the ones that have wings, and the ones that walk on four legs, and the ones that walk on two legs. We send out our greetings and gratitude to each and every one of you. We also send out our deepest of gratitude for all the medicines, the food medicines, the medicines that we use in ceremony, the medicines that we use to keep our body, mind, emotions, and spirit in balance. We give a big good morning and a deep gratitude for all that you do for us each and every day. We also want to give our greetings and our gratitude this morning to the standing ones, those trees that make oxygen for us, and also for all of the plants that are in the oceans that make oxygen for us as well. And we also want to extend our greetings and our gratitude to the rock people and also to the star nations, our brothers and sisters, the stars, as well as the northern lights and the four sacred thunderbirds of the four directions. We also, at this time, great mystery, would like to acknowledge and give our gratitude to our ancestors who kept things going for us in at great peril, sometimes to their own safety and well-being, to protect the ceremonies, to protect the language, to protect all of our ways of being as Indigenous people. We're grateful for each and every one of their sacrifices, and we extend our greeting and gratitude to them in the spirit world. We also at this time want to give our gratitude for all the old ones that still walk amongst us and ask that you guide and protect each and every one, um, as we are deeply grateful for their prayers that they offer on our behalf and the ways in which they look after bundles and ceremonial ways. We're grateful for each of those ways in which they help us out. We especially want to give our deepest gratitude and greeting to all of our children, our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren, our nieces and nephews, and say to you that we are doing the best that we can and ask you to continue to guide our minds and hearts so that we might prepare a good way for our children and for all those that are yet to be born. We also want to turn our minds and our hearts and ask you, Great Mystery, to guide and protect all those ones that are homeless, especially now in this very cold weather that we're experiencing in Toronto and Canada. And we ask that you guide and protect the homeless. Please prepare a way for them so that they can receive support, warmth, nourishment, protection. And we also ask you at this time, Great Mystery, to guide and protect all those ones that are experiencing illness, whether they're in hospitals or at homes or in convalescent homes. We ask you to guide and protect each and every one. At this time, too, we ask you if you would please look after the children in all of the war-torn places upon our Mother, the Earth, and look after the people who are living in fear and violence wherever they are upon this Mother Earth. We ask you to guide and protect our so-called leaders of the world and whisper to them your your wisdom and your guidance around the protection of the waters, the protection of the earth, and all that is upon this Mother Earth. We're grateful for the opportunity to talk with you this morning, Great Mystery, and we ask you to look after those that are incarcerated, whether they are in actual physical prisons or prisons of the mind. We ask you to guide and protect those ones who are experiencing mental health challenges, that are experiencing grief, loss, whatever is happening for the people and for our relatives, our other relatives, the birds, the fish, the insects, all of our relations. There's um, challenges here upon this Mother Earth, and we ask you to guide and protect each and every one of us. I ask you also to look in the minds and hearts of those that are listening to these words of gratitude this morning and participating in this live stream, and whatever kinds of ways in which you can assist them. I ask you in a good, kind way, Great Mystery, to take care of those things for them. If I forgot anything, if I missed out on anything, please look in the minds and the hearts of the people and make things right. And with that, I say, made it choke, made it choke, made it choke, made it choke. Big thank you, all my relations. So with that, thank you for your patience, everyone, for the words of gratitude, which are extremely important to engage in every morning as a way of reminding ourselves of the sacredness of this life that we live. And I'm very grateful to be able to share a little bit of that gratitude this morning with you. I also want to share this morning a little bit about bundles. There's lots of people who ask me about bundles and what they are and how do you take care of them, and what is the purpose of them, and all of that kind of thing. And I want to share with you that the words that I'm about to express around bundles come from a grandmother named Marie Aimant. She was a very wise Haida Gwaii woman who spent time with me. I consider her, and she considers me, her I am her spiritual grandchild. She's my spiritual grandmother. She is in spirit world now, but when she walked amongst us, she spent a lot of time sharing a lot of things with me. And in particular, I wanted to talk about bundles because she shared quite a lot with me about bundles. And first and foremost, um, bundles are sacred energies and items that we carry with us in our life, and we look after. And they don't belong to us. They are loaned to us to take care of and eventually to pass on to the appropriate individuals to continue to take care of them. And my grandmother Marie expressed to me that the very first bundle that we have as human beings is this physical body. And that our physical body is a bundle that is loaned to us so that our spirit can walk upon this physical plane and experience what it means to be a human being. And so it is a very sacred, it's a very sacred vessel that we have. And I'm bringing it up because it's really important that we talk to our children about the sacredness of their bundle, so that they will learn to be careful with it, to understand that yes, they have two eyes, but they only have two eyes. They won't get two more if something happens to them. Likewise, all parts of their body are individual and loaned to us, and we have to really take care of it. That means not only giving it good rest, but eating the right foods and also protecting it from the elements, and also being mindful of how we're moving this bundle so that it is protected from being injured in any way. And it's important to talk to our children about this first bundle from a very young age, so they begin to understand that it is their responsibility to look after their body, and to look after how they think about their body as well. And so, as parents, it's important for us to give messages, positive messages about the sacredness of our physical body, and to avoid all of those modern day understandings of, like what is beauty, what isn't beauty, all these things, and kind of avoid all that and just accept the fact that the human body that we have is sacred, and that we need to look after it, and to exercise it properly, to nourish it properly, to cleanse it properly, not only physically but spiritually as well. So those are the kinds of things that we as adults, grandmas, aunties, uncles, moms, dads, older brothers and sisters, that we need to share with, and make it clear to our children the sacredness of their body and how they must take care of it. From then on, she talked about other kinds of bundles, and she talked about sacred items as being bundles, such as feathers or shells or the medicines that we utilize for ceremony, whether that's a smudging ceremony or a pipe ceremony or sweat lodge ceremony or Sundance ceremony. Whatever the ceremony is, there are certain medicines that are utilized during those ceremonies. And each of those medicines have a spirit. And so she talked about how important it is to develop a relationship with the items in our bundle. So beginning with our body and having a relationship, a healthy relationship with our body, we extend that to having a healthy relationship with the items in our bundle. So I'm going to just take one item that is possibly found in a person's bundle, and I'd like you to think about all the other things that might be in bundles, and transfer what I'm saying about feathers in particular, which are found in bundles, to the other items in sacred bundles, shells, medicines, pipes, fans, those kinds of things, altar cloths, any part of a bundle has a spirit. My grandmother Marie reminded me that everything has a spirit. It may look to the human eye or seem to the human mind that it is not alive, but in fact it is. It has a spirit. And it is our responsibility as caretakers of them to develop a relationship with them. So I'm just as an example, she talked about how if you were looking after an eagle feather in your bundle, that you need to have a relationship with that feather, that that you look after it, that you cleanse it properly, that you feed it at certain times, actual spiritual food. And but she said to begin that relationship, if someone gifts you with an eagle feather or any kind of a bundle article, if somebody gifts you with that, that's usually how bundles are built. People gift you things. It's not that you go out and purchase something and make a bundle. These things come to you slowly over time throughout your lifetime. And they also leave you at certain times because when you develop a relationship with bundle items, they begin to talk to you and they'll tell you when it's time for them to move on, to go and help someone else. And you might end up gifting that to somebody. But getting back to developing a relationship with these items, my grandmother Marie explained it to me like this. If somebody gifts you a feather or a pipe or whatever it might be that you're to take care of, then you begin your relationship as soon as you receive that article. So in the case of a feather, if someone gives a feather to you, you start developing a relationship with that feather right away. And so that means in the morning time when you get up, you bring that feather with you for your words of gratitude to the Creator. And then you also have a conversation with that feather so that you develop a relationship with the spirit of that feather. And what do I mean you talk to the feather? You can talk to the feather about whatever it is that is on your mind or on your heart. And you know, also showing and demonstrating and expressing gratitude to the spirit of that feather for coming and being with you and showing you things and teaching you things and letting the spirit of that feather know that you are open to what it has to teach you. Because all things, all spirits teach us things, all items, spiritual items, things with spirit in them, and everything has spirit in them, has an opportunity to communicate with us and teach us something about what it means to be a human being, a spiritual being having a human experience. And that is really, you know, that basic. It's not mysterious. It's not filled with all kinds of mystical, magical things. It's about making a commitment to developing a relationship with those articles that you work with and care for. And that goes for the medicines as well. Learning to talk to them, learning to acknowledge and recognize that they are alive and that they work for us, that they help us, that they accompany us in our life. So those are the kinds of things that I wanted to share with you this morning, a little bit about bundles and building relationships with your spiritual articles that you have been gifted to take care of. I want to say that again. We don't own these things. We are only taking care of them. And it's a reminder that we don't own this body either that we're walking around in, that it's just loaned to us for a little while, so that we must take care of it and learn from it and care for it very carefully. And with that, I want to wish you a very beautiful Wednesday, and I look forward to spending some time with you next week. And please stay warm if you're in a cold part of what they call Canada, Turtle Island, or wherever you might be in the world. If it's cold out, stay warm and bundle up, and we'll